today. From Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia. It's Week 12 of the NFL on EA Sports. Falcons versus Jalen Hurts and the Las Vegas Raiders.
The weather this time of year in the South, perfect. Fall football weather, and we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Atlanta Falcons. Hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin along with Charles Davis. And, Charles, we take a look at this Falcons team as they enter play. They come in playing pretty good football. Winners of 4 of their last 6 games. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Dante Moncrief now here on the return. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. They'll be led out by their 32-year-old quarterback from the University of Georgia, the 12-year vet, Matthew Stafford.
Well, he did go 2-2 in the last ball game. Well, actually, he went 2-2-1, with the 1 being the victory.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line there. But wasn't it funny at practice? He threw one when we were watching, threw an interception, and the defense got on him a little bit, good-naturedly. But they're letting him know, you got to cut down those interceptions. We can't bail you out all the time.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks, but as you said, they got the win in that effort last week. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 34-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with DeAndre Swift. And a good job by the Raider defense yet again as they drop him for a 2nd straight loss.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. Open man, it's Reagor. He's got it.
That's good.
That'll get them to 1st down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant. So opening drive, 3rd down, they complete the slant to move the sticks.
And ordinarily, it's a high percentage pass when you throw it. And receivers like to run that route because it gets the ball in their hands pretty quickly. Just a couple of quick steps upfield, break towards the middle, and the ball should be there. And then they can do some work afterwards.
Stafford on 1st down. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's a gain of 16, 1st down Falcons.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 44-yard line. From the gun, here's Stafford. This ball complete to Reagor. And he lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. So now it's the Raiders' turn to go on offense for the first time. And they'll be led out by a 2nd-round pick back in April out of Oklahoma by way of Alabama. It's Jalen Hurts.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, You talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done, but they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. The shotgun snap for Stafford. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
10 at the 31-yard line.
Out of the gun, Stafford. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 23-yard
To
line.
throw again on second down. Stafford, open man Hamler, that's complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. First and goal from the 3. They'll run with Swift. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
From back at the 4, here's second and goal. They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. They tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to. Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
And we'll see Younghoe Koo now for the Falcons. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And his kick is indeed good. And the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage.
Falcons 3, Raiders 0.
A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. First and 10, it's Hurts. Oh, it was hit at the line of scrimmage and intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Extra point attempt to come here. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. Here's Nick Chubb, former prep and collegiate star here in this state at Georgia. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. A run for Nick Chubb. And he'll get this one up to the 26.
Chubb, the ball
Two runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up
From the gun, it's Hurts. Rolling to his right. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first.
As a rookie quarterback, that's exactly how you endear yourself to your teammates. Give it up for the cause. It's also how you end up on the training table, too.
Yeah, it's a catch-22. Coach doesn't like it. Teammates love it. Where do you fall on it?
Well, I fall on wanting to endear yourself to your teammates, but pick your spots. Be smart about it. They need you for the full season.
Yeah, the rookie's going to learn as he goes. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Hurts. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. They run. Chubb. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the 1st quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. 2nd and 7. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Brought in left side by Snead. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down.
1st down, Raiders.
Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. Here's Hurts to throw. To the right side, and he's got Landry. Complete.
Hurts pass.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd down.
Throwing is Hurts. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack.
Sack. A loss of 9 yards.
So we'll recount real quick. He had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Now Jordan Berry on to kick this one away. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
So here are the Falcons to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Stafford to the right side. It's Kelsey. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Stafford going to give it to Swift, and he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
From the gun, Stafford. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Ingram. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Out of bounds at the 47-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 6.
Here's Stafford. That'll be caught. Rager with it. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 30-yard.
Operating from the gun. Stafford. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
I can't help it. Every time I see an empty backfield, I almost revert to college football because that's an immediate alert for a quarterback draw. We don't see it as much in the NFL, and he stayed in the pocket and threw one incomplete. But I think if you got a guy with wheels, it could be a really nice play because a lot of defenses, when they see empty, they come with pressure.
And without that protection, he took a hit there, went down to the ground. Able to find Deon Cain, complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
From the gun, Stafford. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. His favorite target, Travis Kelsey, the intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
To the air again, Stafford. This is caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. That catch good for 8, but still, it's 3rd and goal now.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. The Raider defense strong on that one in coverage, and now it's 4th. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. They snap it to Stafford. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. go. And the Raiders hang tough down near the goal line. And they've now made 2 trips to the red zone and still looking for their first touchdown.
Not able to punch it in, and if you're on defense, your confidence is sky high. Because mentally, you're saying, hey, you're in the red zone. We're thinking we're giving up 3. We just want to give up 6. In this case, they end up not giving up the touchdown at all. They've got to feel great about what they got done.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line.
Nick Chubb.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd.
Coming right, this is Chubb on the toss. Good strength, but not able to get a whole lot. Tackled shy of the 10. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And nothing but daylight ahead. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 72 yards.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Hurts sets up to throw it. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Line of scrimmage, the 9. 2nd and about a yard.
2nd and 1 at the 9-yard line.
Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
And 1 yard to go.
And it's caught. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. They'll run with Chubb, and they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. This will be play number 8 on the drive. It's 3rd and goal.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
This will be caught just inside the 10. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3.
Raiders 3.
Well, they started that drive all the way back at the 1, able to march down, get 3.
It was daunting to begin with, wasn't it? But I thought overall, a very poised and efficient drive to get 3 points.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25.
Atlanta prepped and readied for its next possession. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
He'll get this to Jake Kumerow. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. The final shot before the break, Stafford. Looking downfield for Kelsey. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get interesting in this final weekend before Thanksgiving. So let's see what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin up at US Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. And in the second quarter, it's the Vikings who are out on top. Ezekiel Elliott has run for a touchdown there. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And they couldn't get the job done as they fall to the visiting Baltimore Ravens. 35-7 was your final in a one-sided affair. Finally, let's get to Indianapolis to check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. And they trail in that ball game to the visiting Tennessee Titans. DeAndre Hopkins, 2 touchdown catches on the afternoon. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a defensive struggle. Which offense can break through in the second half? To find out, let's hand it over to our broadcast team of Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal. And I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not all now joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
Yeah, maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. K'Lavon Chaisson in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on 3rd. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to drop this one down for Chubb. And I'll tell you, the effort's sensational, but he may have come up a foot or so short of the line he needed.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
Here's Jordan Berry now as he'll kick it away for the second time. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Here comes the Falcons offense. It's their first possession of the second half now. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Hey, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Operating from the gun, Stafford. Throw left side complete. It's Ingram. Not able to go anywhere that time. 2nd down.
He's out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
From the gun, Stafford. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Stafford. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand.
Complete.
They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for 4th.
Well, we know he has pretty good hands on display there. In fact, he only needed one of them.
Yeah, nowadays, all these receivers work on this, right? They do the one-handed catches off the machine in practice. They do it with their quarterbacks. They do it contested, uncontested. They make it part of their repertoire.
The Falcons send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And this is away, and I don't think Landry will get a chance to return here. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Here's Nick Chubb as they try to fire up this run game. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for Vegas. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and possession will switch hands. 1st and 10. Atlanta now coming out on the field. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. from the gun. Stafford, and he locates Laviska Shenault, the rookie from Colorado. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46.
First down.
They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe it'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Stafford with a play fake to Swift, and he'll set to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone.
Stafford's pass intercepted by the Raiders.
That was a really nice interception. I think it illustrates the differences between playing man and playing zone. When you're in man, all you're focused on is the receiver in front of you. But when you're in zone, you're allowed to read the quarterback's eyes and go to the ball. That's exactly what happened on that play.
The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Sliding out of the pocket. He'll run it. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
Davis on the stop. It's a gain of 2 yards, and it's third down.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. And he's going to be taken down about a yard shy of the first at the 29.
A gain of 7, but it's 4th down.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's Jordan Berry now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. A good kick, 49 yards, just 3 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Once again, it's Swift. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
2-yard pickup.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll move the chains.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
On 1st down, Stafford here.
He's going to drop this underneath to Ingram.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Stafford, they go screen. This is Ingram. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Gotta credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and forever. From the gun, here's Stafford.
Able to complete this to Shenault. And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jayon Brown leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete.
And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 43.
Stafford going to lead with Swift on the draw.
And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41.
Taken down.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
They'll stay on the ground with Swift.
They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3.
4 brings up 3rd and 3.
Throwing at Stafford. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
First down.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively a backbreaker. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And his throw is incomplete.
Rookie Jalen Reagor, the intended target that time.
And it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
To throw again. Stafford.
This is Shenault on the receiving end.
We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. This is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively.
For the Falcons field goal, a 38-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3.
Falcons 13, Raiders 3.
So his second field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the fourth quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
So now London down by 10, and time, a huge factor. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. A gain of 6 there on 1st. That's out to Chubb, complete.
Hurts.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. From the gun, it's Hurts. Brought in left side by Snead.
Hurts pass.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And that is incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. And it's knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And in the early going, the running game, as we see the numbers, it just wasn't on point. Well, now it's gotten more true to form.
And sometimes it takes a little while for an offensive line to get in sync, because early in a game, defenses throw different patterns at you, different formations, different sets, and you might not block them quite the way you want to. But as you start to get into a groove and you figure out what they're doing, now it all comes together, and that's what we're seeing right now.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Atlanta, their playoff chances take an uptick as they move to 7-4. And they'll get another home date next week as the Saints will come to town. Meanwhile, for Las Vegas, their luck may have run out as they fall to 4-7 now in the year. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at MetLife Stadium with the New York Jets. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew,